What if the most powerful governments on Earth were planning the greatest deception of all time? A fake alien invasion, a false second coming, and a psychological operation so advanced you'd never even know it happened. This isn't science fiction. It's called Project Blue Beam, and in 2025 some believe it's already begun. The theory first surfaced in 1994, when Canadian journalist Serge Monast published a shocking report. He claimed that NASA and the United Nations were developing a plan to create a global fake event, a staged extraterrestrial threat, to unite the world under a single authoritarian government. It would use satellites, holograms, and frequency-based mind control. Most dismissed him as a paranoid conspiracy theorist. Then, Monast mysteriously died of a heart attack just 2 years later. His research vanished from mainstream outlets, but not from public memory. According to Monast, Project Bluebeam has 4 phases. Phase 1. Trigger massive earthquakes in strategic locations to uncover false archaeological evidence. This would rewrite religious history and discredit traditional belief systems. Phase 2. Use advanced holographic projections to simulate a global religious awakening. Different regions would see different messiahs, Jesus, Buddha, Muhammad, all merging into one new world savior. Phase 3, use ELF, extremely low-frequency waves to simulate telepathic communication, tricking people into believing they're receiving messages from their God. And Phase 4, a staged alien invasion to create panic, chaos, and demand for a new global authority. One government, one religion, one control system. Sounds unbelievable, right? But let's fast forward to today, 2025. Now we have holographic technology that can project 3D images into open air. In Dubai, drones have already created massive sky projections for public shows. Japan's Sky Canvas project is launching satellites to paint images into the upper atmosphere. Even SpaceX and Starlink are launching thousands of satellites capable of coordinated activity across the globe. In recent years, the US government has publicly acknowledged UFOs, or what they now call UAPs, unidentified aerial phenomena. Congressional hearings have featured whistleblowers claiming the US has recovered non-human craft. Meanwhile, the military has been testing emergency alert systems and global communication drills through Space Force. In 2025, Operation Starfall began rolling out, a classified program said to use high-altitude drones and satellites to provide full-spectrum broadcast capabilities during a global emergency. All the infrastructure for a Blue Beam-like event is now in place. Here's where the conspiracy deepens. We're seeing more frequent reports of strange lights in the sky.
CIA operative Ramirez, he's the one who brought this information to light. They're all coming in 2027. Long story short is they said we weren't ready. And he said the recent disclosures, whistleblowers and underwater discoveries are all part of an intentional narrative to prepare the population for the day the aliens show up. We're kind of preparing the US population, at least, and that by extension the world population, to that reality that there is a presence here and that we need to explain the presence, because if they showed up and we continue to do what we did before in previous decades, there would be mass panic. The reference to previous decades presumably refers to the policy of denial. In many ways, I think the word got out within the government that they're showing up in 2027 and we better be prepared. I've heard 2027 in a kind of an official capacity. The people in the government that are aware of something happening and that there is limited time and there's only a few more years to prepare the people so they're not so panicky.
Even that screams of just a Project Blue Beam 2.0.
Correct.
Like, if you really wanted to create fear, you would keep that information between the 5 of us, for example.
Yeah, but why would
you would say, hey, we're going to tell everyone that there's aliens coming.
Yeah.
And we spread that straight out, and it's disinformation that everyone believes is real.
And then it does come.
And then it comes.
And it ends up being Project Blue Beam.
Yeah.